and also record to my desktop. Okay. Got anything you want to work on?
Let's see. There's a weekly core hunt, critical, blah blah blah. New hazard level lethal. Ooh.
Ugh. I think the core hunt's good. Let's get you some more
Fair enough. I always
overclocks.
forget to do that.
It's a weekly thing. I haven't done them in a long time, but I did part of last week's.
Nah, lockpicking lawyer is great. He picks locks like so. One time, the longest video I've ever seen him do was like 8 minutes, and it was a lock that he generously described as the most unpickable lock money can buy.
Could he like still break into it?
Yeah, he had to make a custom tool though. So after he also reviews the locks, and so at the end of it, he was like, "This lock is basically unpickable on the street." Um, but lockpicking lawyer's a god. So
Yeah. So to a
the
certain amount of people who like specialize in that thing, they're the only ones who can get
well,
into
he
it.
had to go. He had to have the lock on his desk and then go into his workshop and make something like right then. Like that's not realistic.
Uh huh.
But he
That's
the
something like a
lock
Mission Impossible
literally
team would do, though, to break into
the
something.
lock was literally like the shackle. So it was basically like a gigantic padlock, but it was a bike lock. And the shackle was like 6 inches thick. The thing was like 15 pounds in total.
Hmm.
The shackle on it was so thick that you couldn't even saw through it because it was longer than a standard angle grinder wheel. And it had aluminum in the core of the lock so they would gum up the angle grinder and reduce weight on the lock. See, isn't this stuff so fucking cool? Like,
Yeah, it's interesting. I've always had an interest in lock picking. It's just like shit. I think you might need to like buy an actual kit to really learn how to do it.
do I do feel like I could probably, if I tried just a little harder, I could definitely have picked that lock. This missile launcher's great against Fester, please. Oh my gosh. So I bought the supporter edition for this game because I saw it was like on sale.
Mm-hmm.
My flame driller now has gold armor. And that's why that Glyphid Slammer I bought had a gold mug on it. And why there's a little gold pickaxe next to my name now.
I don't see
Thank the
that.
supporter. If you go into the pause menu, it shows up.
Oh, I see. That's tiny.
It shows up whenever we're in the lobby. What are you doing?
Mining?
Oh. I thought you were mining the oil because I
No.
saw a bunch below the drill desert crater.
No, that's gold.
One of my favorite lockpicking lawyer videos was someone warned him on TikTok. They were like, Master Lock is going to send an assassin to you to silence you if you keep like a... And while he's talking, he picks consecutively in the span of about a minute 6 Master Locks. Just pops them open like nothing. And he says, this commenter is worried that that Master Lock might send a hitman to silence me. However, rest assured I am completely safe because I do not use Master Lock products. He's amazing, dude. How weird must it be, though, to know that, like, no lock can realistically hold you?
That's what happens when you're like really good at something.
Yeah, but like, imagine just walking around in the world and seeing every locked door in the world and being like, with the right tools, I could get in there.
And maybe play some dice.
Drill does are moving. Everything looks fine, but expect that to
There's
change
Nitro
soon.
right there.
Nitro forever.
Where do you... Oh.
Yeah! Rock and stone! One platform, ready to use. Born ready.
Dude, my Wi-Fi's been buggy as fuck lately.
Swarm and intercept
Oh, is that what
drills.
happened? You didn't leave the
Get ready
game.
to protect the drill dozer.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. But I disconnected from Sea of Thieves like 5 times yesterday.
It died the way it lived. Spewing disgusting mush all over the place.
Oh shit! He grabbed you!
Oh shit. That was my fault.
That's fine. I barely got hit. There's bugs over there!
So you did play Half-Life 2, you said?
Oh yeah, a
The
long
drill
time ago.
dozer is out of fuel.
You ever beat it?
To refill
Oh,
the
yeah.
fuel canisters mounted on its back.
I never beat episode 2 was the thing because, like,
Oil shale.
I never did the episodes. I still have the orange box sitting around somewhere.
the episodes are pretty good. I just never finished 2 for some reason.
Right, right. I was always a huge sucker for like the G-Man mystery.
I foresee a lot of shooting in your future.
I love his speech pattern, it's so bizarre.
Yeah, he talks funny.
Dude, I was playing Sea of Thieves, guess what fucking happened, dude?
What?
So, me and we're sailing around a galleon, right? The Sea Senor.
I don't think I've been on the sea Senor. Is that your ship?
Yeah, it's spelled S-E-A, Senor.
I think I've only been on, She Got the
She
House.
got the house. So yeah, the Sea Senor was sailing around, and then we see a brig, a Reaper brig, fighting a Gold Hoarder sloop. And the Gold Hoarder sloop begs for our help. So I'm feeling charitable, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we do the most long, drawn-out ship battle against this brig. I shit you not, it was probably like an hour. And then, guess what fucking happens?
The Gold Hoarders turn on you?
Yeah! The sloop starts shooting!
It's a pirate's life for me.
The drill dozer is under attack.
Hey, they got some soggy trousers and a one-way ticket to Davy Jones, man. I fucking sunk their ass, dude. I also berated them in chat. It got, like, really personal. I hate traitors in Sea of Thieves.
Why would
I
you
hate
even help
cowards.
people then?
Why would I help people? Because
Yeah.
I was a gold hoarder and I was a gold hoarder.
So there's no allegiance. You're just working
Hey.
for the same guy.
Sometimes alliances happen.
Rarely.
I like to be the change I want to see on the seas.
And then they betray you.
And besides, I knew we could take... Once they
Yeah.
were gone, I mean... To be honest, a little bit of me just wanted the brig's loot. And then we agreed to split the loot half and half, and then the cannonballs started flying.
No, I think I'll be taking all of it.
And then he didn't take shit.
Do they even have a lot of stuff?
No.
No.
No, they were level 1 emissary. It was pretty sad.
Okay, they didn't even have anything to take from Reapers. Reapers was just fighting them for no reason.
Oh, the Reapers did have stuff.
Yeah, of
The
course
sloop
they
did
would,
not.
but- Yeah, I'm saying the sloop didn't have shit, so the Reapers weren't gonna get anything from them.
Yeah, and then we sunk them both. And I'm pretty sure we sunk every ship on the water, because I remember the player and ship limits. And by my math, I think we killed everyone
I
else
think it's
before
like-
we had a server hop.
I think it's like 6 ships on the server. Something
It's
like that.
16 players or 6 ships.
Okay.
It's got 2 different limits, so like a ton of sloops can be in the lobby or a galleon. Holy shit, I just shit myself.
Why? Oh, this is a very vertical room. Is Beretta taking us? Holy shit. Repair. Whoa, Drill Dozer's confused.
Like peeling a shrimp.
You there?
Come and get me, you disgusting firestorm.
The drill dozer is ready to start the extraction of the Umaran Heartstone. Awaiting your call, team.
Dozer, repaired. Platforms placed. One sentry gun ready to
I
be
guess
fitted.
I'll get shit ready for when you're...
Weapon ready. Sentry on.
Well, that was something.
Yeah, what happened? You disconnect again?
No, I shit my actual pants.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, you did that on stream too.
Yeah.
I thought you just got like spooked by the drop or something.
No.
I didn't know
No,
you
I
actually
trusted a
did that.
fart and liquid shit my actual pants.
Looking sharp.
That was embarrassing. Dude, I wasn't kidding, man. My stream did disconnect, but it's on yours, so.
Oh yeah, don't worry, I got it.
Archived forever, man.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna head to your channel and clip that shit.
What you see?
I didn't realize you had gone until you died.
No, dude, I farted and immediately like flooded my underwear, dude. Dude, that was terrible. Like, and then whenever I finally got on the toilet, I felt like I was laying an egg, dude.
Platform off.
I'm crying, dude. Oh, it was too good.
The drill dozer got really confused coming in here. Made this big ass hole.
I had a bad day. Dude, I still think about when you said that shit, dude. I was like, I almost had a really bad day. You said, what happened? And I said, I almost shit my pants. And you said that you didn't have a bad day.
I forgot about that. I said that a long time ago.
I still think about that. I still refer to pooping my pants sometimes as having a bad day.
Ready to kill some more crates. Boy needed that.
Okay, I want to get more nitra for a resupply here.
I remember one time I woke up, the most harrowing bathroom experience I ever had. I like woke up in the middle of the night, and I went to the bathroom, and as I am having the most painful poop of my life, I have to throw up in the sink right next to me.
Oh, I've never done that before.
I
Thankfully.
genuinely think it was the pain of my stomach. And then, do you know what was terrible, actually, if I may trauma dump a little? Was, because it was a sink and not a toilet, I had to literally grab a cup and scoop it all out.
Ugh. Too chunky
Like I
for
said,
the
it's a bit of a
drain.
trauma dump. Yeah, it was a lot of Cheez-Its. Dude, it was harrowing, man. I think it was the pizza I had yesterday that did it just then. Because I'm lactose intolerant.
Oh, why would you even do that?
What, me?
Yeah, why would you consume cheese knowing that you can't have it?
Because it's cheese.
You gotta live without it.
No, I don't. Here's the thing. I'm not like... That was a pretty bad reaction.
Yeah.
But normally I just get like... really gassy.
Flares ain't ready. Resupply pod.
Like normally I just start like ripping ass. It's terrible though. I will Dutch oven an entire like building.
Platform up.
Oh, come on. Get up
But
there.
Ready.
but no, I'm glad I'm not one of those people. Like I know some people who are so lactose intolerant that they like instantly throw up.
Platform.
You know what I mean? Like they just can't imbibe it whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm grateful I'm not one of those people.
Platform.
Can't see over there. There we go.
Platform's placed.
Me and my girlfriend have been playing Sea of Thieves. You should hop on with us sometime.
Maybe.
Reload.
I've been doing a lot of Destiny shit with Lou.
I saw that. I tried to invite him to something once. I think he was AFK or something.
Yeah, he told me about that. He just, like, missed it.
Ah. But you know, my psychotic disorder just makes it like eat me alive, right?
I need a damn minecart on ledge.
Yeah, I know how
Where
it
is
feels.
I think you do partially. Respectfully, I think you do in part.
I think everyone feels that. That's a human feeling.
I spy with my
It's a bit of insecurity. Yeah, everyone deals with that. Maybe not on the same level.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Mine's like, when I say eat me alive, I'm not really exaggerating.
Okay, you ready to do this?
Yes, pull the lever, Kronk.
That's a button.
Dude, I can't believe like that happened to me.
Filters running at full steam. Stay alert, team. The noise and vibrations are attracting bugs.
I knew you were talking in metaphor. I knew you thought I was talking in metaphor.
Yeah.
Incoming. Smoke him if you got him.
Because you were like, what happened? And I heard that as I was on the toilet, like evacuating my bowels. know, every poop is a no wipe if you just get up and don't wipe.
Yeah. But then there's
Dude, I have
consequences
like
for
5
that.
more gigs in all of Cyberpunk left before I'm like finished.
Really? Like every single,
Yeah.
like even all the side shit?
You know the gigs, the blue things? That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have pretty much every single one of those done except for like 6.
Whoa, that broke all my platforms.
Defending the drill dozer.
I am in desperate need of help.
Take supplies.
But I can't wait for the new update. I hope they add some like badass cyberware. Dude, I found out that stealth netrunner is just stealth archer. Like, you know how stealth archer is famously like the cheesiest build in all of Skyrim?
Oh yeah, you can get like 3 times the damage.
What'd you say?
Yeah, I know that. I've done that. My best build's been Stealth Archer.
My most recent build started out as stealth daggers, but then slowly devolved into stealth archer.
Stealth daggers don't get good until you like spend a lot of time on it. Daggers are just too weak.
Also, we got an incoming swarm.
But oh shit! Help! Help! Help!
The drill dozer is at the halfway point. Keep it running.
Got him.
Thank you.
Swarm! I repeat, swarm!
What was I saying? Oh yeah. I've completed all of the gigs in the Badlands for that woman Dakota. I completed all the gigs for Wakako Okada. Yeah, the overwhelming majority I've completed. I also did all the Cyber Psychos. Because you know how Regina Georges says she has 30 gigs?
Yeah.
Because I have over Cyber Psychos, I did that. I also did the tarot cards. Oh, sorry. I also did the tarot cards recently.
Yeah, I drove around and found most of those. They're cool.
That means it's a waste of your damn time.
Really? You don't get anything for
Yeah.
it?
No. You get all the tarot cards, and then whenever you talk to Misty afterwards, she tells you a little, like, she basically foreshadows the ending.
Oh.
It's literally it. She just says, like,
The drill dozer
she basically lets the player know beforehand that they're gonna have 4 choices on the ending. And does a bunch of, like, cryptic tarot shit, you know what I mean? Like, starts talking in metaphor.
You need to break the crystal things.
remember that the drill dozer is top priority.
Oh, you can just shoot him. Shoot him, shoot him, shoot him.
Contact! Lock and load!
Yeah, this missile launcher's busted. It's like the one from Half-Life 2 on steroids.
Yeah, that one was like one shot at a time. That one's like a full ass launcher.
This one's a barrage, and I can keep the missiles going mid-air to, like, prolong their damage. Like, if I kill something, if I move the cursor funny enough, I can redirect any remaining missiles.
Mm-hmm.
Little thoughty fix.
I found out this game has a lot of attention to detail when it comes to, like, caliber and, like, bullet damage on surfaces. You know what I mean?
You mean like different bullets do different damage to surface?
Damage. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And, like, if you're using the... There's also a couple little things, like if you're using the flamethrower, it melts the ice in the glacier area.
Deposit it.
Yeah.
Wrap up the mission.
Yeah.
I got the deposit. I foresee a lot of shooting in your
I found some
future.
cool dudes though playing Sea of Thieves the other day. Bunch of stoners. That's how you get the best lobbies in that game, in my opinion.
Hotstone secured. Call the
You know,
drop
people
pod
doing
when
nothing
you're
but
ready.
Sea of Thieves all day.
Getting supplies.
No, you get people who are chill. Like, people get so serious about that game, you know what I mean? I'm a little guilty of it, but I'm not half as bad as some people.
Keep it together. Drop pod is en route.
The one thing I hate is when people get so bloodthirsty that they like don't even make money, you know?
Yeah, they just abandon everything to like sink other ships. Yeah, those are the worst.
Yeah, it's annoying as fuck. Although it's more justifiable now, because now if you sink ships, all of their barrels float to the surface.
Retrieving the mule.
Even like the unusable
Drop pod
barrels, the
departing
just
in
decorative ones.
T-minus 5 minutes.
All of their supplies.
Oh.
So now it's a little bit more justifiable, like if you're a Reaper, to just kill a random person so you get extra cannonballs.
Weapon ready.
But still, oh, they added back those ghost fleets. You remember the Flameheart ghost fleets?
Oh, they took those out?
Yeah, the ones with like the gigantic skull in the sky.
Yeah. I didn't know they got rid of
The
those.
ghost. Yeah, they got rid of them for a little bit, but then they added them back, except instead of Flameheart like yelling at you in the sky, it's just a ghost hurricane like the Veil quests. It's still pretty good though, and they added back the ghost cannonballs that they fire, so now like, you remember those big scream face kegs?
Drop pod departing
Yeah.
in T-minus 4 minutes.
Like those big scream face balls, those are back and you can loot them from ghost ships. It kind of sucks though, because one time I remember being ran up on by a sloop in a galleon and being like, I'm alright. And then they fire one of those at me and I was instantly fucked.
Escape pod.
We rock.
It sucked that there was this one dude. I do agree with what you say whenever I'm like, I meet some cool people on randos, and then you're like, sometimes you have to mute them.
Yes.
I agree with you whenever you say that, because like I was in a lobby with some dudes, and one of them starts talking. Have you ever met someone who they're trying to be racist without being racist? So instead of saying black people, they say black culture. Have you ever?
No, I don't know anyone who's like trying to veil it.
Yeah, you're in
I've
Florida.
got a lot
People
of-
just say
I've got a lot
N-word.
of Southern family too, so.
Damn, I'm good at
But they
this.
say it's about the culture. They promote violence, and it's because they view black people as like a monolith, you know? But, anyways, and so this guy was talking. I kind of let it slide because, you know, we're on a boat, and I don't want to lose a crewmate.
Drop pod is cleared. Warm up. Time to get to work.
Nah, I don't think you should tolerate it.
Well, I did mute him, but I didn't mention it.
Another
And then I unmuted him for a bit. I gave him voice privileges again. And then we mentioned Uvalde. We got into like, it was like 2 a.m., so, you know, we got like really deep. And so we mentioned Uvalde and, you know, that whole shooting and how the police didn't do anything. And then he says, oh, I think those are false flags. And then I literally said verbatim, I was like, yep, that's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. You're getting muted. And then I did not hear him for the rest of the match.
A
Although he was a good
backbreaker
sport, I
for
respect the
thirsty
fact that he
boys
stayed.
from our backloid.
You know, most people would leave or like firebomb the boat or something, but he just... You know, there's something to be said for not being an asshole, right?
Mm-hmm.
Especially in Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so that was wild.
Sweet.
For the record, everyone else on the boat agreed with me that that was the most insane shit they've ever heard.
Yeah, that's not a majority of people who believe that kind of shit. It's just like, I don't know, maybe a 4-digit number of people in the whole country, and they're the loudest ones.
4-digit number. That's a good. It's a good quantifier.
In a country with like 7-digit number of people. No, we're up to like 300 million. That's like a 9-digit.
We're 30 million roughly. 300 million actually now.
Yeah, I think it's 300 million.
Oh my god, I am locked the fuck in.
What are you doing, jetty boot?
Maybe.
Maybe. You say it with shame.
Over.
Wow, that really, I don't know where that came from.
Close to high score.
So unfair.
Come on.
Perfect, if I have to say so.
You got high score. It totals for your life?
I'm so close. I'm so close to beating him.
You are equal to him.
Dude, I was playing Evil Dead.
Mm-hmm.
And so basically the way that game worked. Have you ever seen Evil Dead?
Yeah, I've seen the movies.
So
know
whenever
what the
the
game is like.
demon, well, the demon player, it's basically like a battle royale meets PvP horror game. So like the reason I call it battle royale is because like the survivors, you know, there's different color grades of loot and it's all randomized and you just have to find it yourself. It's a bit of luck of the draw.
This is the most fun I've had to
And basically you just have to like do the objectives and fight off the demon and hope that they don't kill everyone. But the demon is unseeable. That's the difference between it and like Friday the 13th. So you remember in Evil Dead 2 how there was that camera that like chased Ash?
Mm-hmm.
That was supposed to be the demon. That's exactly what the camera angle is like for the demon player.
So it's just like a floating camera chasing flames.
Yeah, and they can spawn in demons, and then once they get a high enough level, they can manifest as a boss, which is like the physical form of the demon.
That's kind of cool.
So like if you're playing as Henrietta, for example, from Evil Dead 2, you'll be able to spawn a lot of human-looking zombies. And then once you get the boss, Henrietta will just like appear out of thin air once you press it. It's like your ult.
Mm.
Both the survivors and the demon are supposed to like level up over time progressively as the match progresses. The thing is, the survivors level up by looting items that they can spend like skill points. The demon just levels up over time.
A wormhole.
Yeah!
Alright, let's go take a trip outside.
But, the other cool thing about the demon... Oh, fuck. The other cool thing about the demon is that, you can hear him whenever he's nearby, but you can't see him.
Oh shit, I'm drunk.
And, yeah, I'll get a leaf lover. I've gotten drunk enough times on missions, I'll spare you.
That's an on-site we're about to do, so getting drunk is definitely not gonna help.
Factual. But, oh my god, what was I saying? Oh yeah, the demon also has the ability to jump scare the player. They have this little lunge attack that they can do. And it jump scares the player and gives them, like, magicka to summon more demons. You have... Like, that fuck scream that I just did was about as loud as the screams I do whenever I get jump scared in that game. Like, have you ever screamed at something and then been like, I don't know where that came from?
Yeah, I guess so. I think I've had something like that before. I can't remember what, but... No, you know what it was? Just that time in Grounded, when we went in that, like, bull spider cave, and I woke it up. That's the kind of scream.
That's funny. I just remember whenever we went in that one cave, I just saw you walk in, and then I saw you run out, and you were going, run, run.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah?
I
Dude,
don't
that
really
was so funny, man.
play horror games, but that was a horror game right there.
Dude, Grounded is scary.
until you learn how to fight all
We
that
should get
shit.
back into that.
Yeah, I'm trying to like get all the achievements.
I've been seriously contemplating it, but I'm enjoying Deep Rock.
Mm-hmm.
I got the spreader. What a mess.
If you do get Payday 3, it's gonna be a blast, man. I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm so.
Do you know
not
what's
sure
one of
yet.
the features I'm most excited about?
What?
Have you ever heard me complain about the lack of ability to take meat shields in video games?
Yeah.
Well, guess what's in Payday 3?
I know that was in like 2, right? Like you
No.
could just take people
Um,
hostage or something.
You could take them hostage. So here's the thing: in Payday 2, you could zip tie people and make them go on the ground, but if you moved them, you kind of had to make them follow you like a companion, and they were very slow.
Oh.
There were 2 uses though for hostages in that game. I just fell really hard. There were 2 uses for hostages in that game. One, whenever you were just starting out, it was good to take hostages because the rescue team would delay like seriously on force amounts of police officers. Like they're not gonna come in with tasers and bulldozers until they've extracted all the innocents.
Jack requested and
Okay.
bound.
They'll
But
really come
also-
in with that kind of shit.
Yeah, they'll try to get them out of there. I always hide them in offices or really hard to reach places.
Can you stick them in the vault
Lines to the pump jack.
and just like leave them
Yeah.
in the vault and close them up in there?
Yeah, although more than likely, the vault is, if you're taking hostages like that early, the vault is probably not open.
Players, all ready. Lock and load it.
I mean, it's like
But-
stick them in there once you got the vault.
Yes, that is so doable.
Kind of like the idea of
Um,
like locking people in a vault when you're done. 'Cause
Why
there's
in the shit
possibility
did
they
my
might not.
Spotify just open? Dude, my Xbox is on the fucking fritz.
When's the last time you restarted it?
Oh, don't even.
Back's full. Can't carry anymore.
I'll do it after this.
Alright. Maybe that's your
Just remind me.
like issue with connection too.
I think it is, now that you mention it. I actually thought that before, I just forgot to restart it. But here's the thing that makes me excited about the meat shield thing, right? Is that the police won't shoot hostages, you know?
Yeah, so they won't shoot
And-
you, or they'll be very
Yeah.
hesitant.
Yeah, and there's snipers in that game, so imagine if you're trying to get some money out or trying to get out of there. Just grab that motherfucker and get out of there, man. Eh? I'm very excited for that, because there's a lot of clever things that you could do with that. Do you think baby armor will work?
Every lock
Baby
killed
armor.
infected
Have you never heard of this?
I think I have.
Okay, so here's the hypothetical, right? A man's robbing a bank.
Mhm.
They haven't seen the guy yet, right? They just know he's in there robbing the bank. They post snipers outside of the whole damn building, you know, just ready to beam him the second he comes out. He comes out, and he has like 10 plus babies strapped to every part of his body. So like he's got babies on his shins, he's got babies on his forearms. You see? And could/would the police shoot him? Because even if they don't hit a baby, he's gonna fall and crush them. I actually know the answer to this, and it's pretty sad.
Is there like a police like condition for this? They're like they'll shoot the baby that's in the worst health.
Jack inbound.
No, police snipers
ready. Have to wait for flare
are
charge.
trained to prioritize capturing someone over preserving hostages.
Connect the pipelines to the pump jack and let's get the extraction started.
So
The
like,
fact that it's
factual-
like babies or children doesn't change that.
I don't think so. Do you know how sociopathic military and like police snipers are? It's pretty insane.
Well, it kind of has to be because it's like it's a job that's like not for the weak. I
Hey,
understand
have
that.
you ever heard of Ruby Ridge?
Ruby Ridge, no.
Ruby Ridge is one of the worst crimes perpetrated by the ATF. You know the ATF, right? Alcohol, tobacco, firearms.
Yeah.
So the ATF found this guy. He was a white supremacist by the name of Wally Weaver. I don't condone his views, obviously. However, what they did to him was pretty fucked up. So they track Wally Weaver. They get a bunch of undercover agents. Wally is collecting large amounts of guns, but he has no plans of action or anything. And he's not a trained. His file said that he was a former Green Beret, but that is not true. There was a lot of things like that. There was a lot of gross miscommunication about who Wally Weaver was, what he was like. In fact, his psych profile didn't have a single first-hand interview with him, and they used the wrong name for him multiple times.
Sorry, I didn't mean to place that above you.
Not a sweat. But, so, the ATF decide... Oh, let's start. You know Geraldo Rivera?
Who?
The guy on Fox? He's that guy with the big mustache.
Only guy in Fox I know is Tucker Carlson. I can't name anyone of those suits.
Okay, well, there's this really salacious Fox reporter. I'm not sure if he's still working, but his name was Geraldo Rivera. He did, like, more fluff content. He wasn't, like, a racist political pundit like most of Fox's people, you know what I mean? He wasn't Tucker. He was kind of like the Jerry Springer of Fox, you know what I mean?
Okay.
But, he was flying a helicopter over what happened to be Ruby Ridge, doing like a different thing. And Wally Weaver believed that those guys were feds. He believed that helicopter was feds, so he shot at them. He lives in a farm in the middle of nowhere, keep in mind. It's pretty unusual for a helicopter to be flying over him recording him. And so he fires a shot at them with a rifle. It scares the shit out of Geraldo Rivera and his crew, and so they call the cops. And then they're like, alright, we're gonna raid the shit out of this guy. And so the ATF scopes out his farm. They find out he has a dog. The guys who are, by the way, in camouflage, lurking around his private home, who he doesn't know who they are, they throw a rock to see how his dog will react, and it starts barking. Wally Weaver's son goes out to investigate. I'm sorry, I'm talking a lot.
No, it's fine.
Wally Weaver's son goes out to investigate the barking, believing it to be a wild animal. Along with one of Wally Weaver's family friends who was there. They go down a trail a couple miles off from the farm, and they find the ATF agents. It's the son, the friend, and the dog. The dog goes up and tries to bite the ATF agents. If you don't know, the government does not consider dogs anything more than property. Meaning that they are completely legally able to be what they call destroyed by the police. That's literally the word they use. They make no distinction between that and, like, you know, destroying any other criminal paraphernalia. So they shoot the dog in the stomach and kill it. Wally Weaver's son says, "You son of a bitch, you killed my dog. There's a big shootout. One of the ATF agents is killed." And then within a day, the ATF comes back with a fuck ton of people, including a military sniper, who shoots Wally Weaver's 15-year-old son while he's outside, fatally, hide his body so that Wally Weaver will have to go outside and find him. Like, this is training, by the way. This is common protocol for police snipers. So they shoot his son, they hide his body in a farm so that Wally Weaver will have to go outside and expose himself in order to look at his son's dead body. And they, long story short, there was a big sniper battle and they ended up killing basically his entire family.
Jesus, shit. I need help.
I'm on my way.
Ooh, I'm getting
Oh shit, you're way up there.
Yeah.
But, yeah, they killed his wife and his son and his friend, and Then they took him to court after he surrendered, and he was found not guilty of all charges.
But they killed like 4 people.
Yeah. At one point, Wally Weaver went inside the house and shut the door behind him, and his wife was holding their infant child, and the sniper, not knowing who was on the other side of the door, keep in mind, shot through the door and killed that woman. You know what military snipers do in order to apprehend targets alive?
They probably like shoot him in the leg or something, right?
The spine.
Spine. Ooh. Take them both out.
Paralyzed. That was what they were gonna do to Wally Weaver. But yeah, so Wally Weaver was found guilty of no wrongdoing. And he actually initially got a lawyer to sue the federal government. However, weirdly enough, it was settled out of court. For several $1 million. However, the Washington Post had an anonymous source within the Department of Justice who said that he authentically believed Wally Weaver would have won the entire case to $4 million.
Yeah, that's usually what a settlement means. Is someone's definitely in the wrong, and they know they're gonna lose.
It is considered to this day one of the worst crimes ever perpetrated by any federal law enforcement. Back. Yeah, Ruby Ridge is crazy. It makes Waco look like Justified. Waco's another awesome one, although I think Waco, like I said, was slightly more Justified.
Yeah, Waco was a whole cult stocking weapons.
Yeah, but do you really drive a tank through the building?
Did they have a tank? I didn't know about the tank.
Yeah, that's how that ended.
I thought it was... I thought it was a big fire. Or is that a different...
Yeah, do you know what caused the fire? A tank running over a freaking gas tank.
Oh, I had never heard of the tank thing with that.
A tank literally drove through the building. Like a bulldozer. I've been watching this show Narcos. It's a crime drama based on Pablo Escobar. Pablo Escobar's a fucking baller. Have you seen his mugshot, man? It's easily the hardest mugshot of all time.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I want that shit on a t-shirt. Do you know why he was smiling in that mugshot?
I like to see dude they couldn't do anything to him.
Well done, team.
Yeah, so basically he had walked into the police station because they were trying to up their fees for bribery on him. Because this guy named Cockroach who was working with Pablo told the law enforcement, the border patrol guys, that they were being fucked because like he was giving them $150,000 for $4 million street value in cocaine. So they didn't like that, and so they tried to up the price. And then Pablo told them, eat shit. And so they arrested him, and he did not stop laughing the entire time. Because the only way that they could arrest him was by him literally walking right in there. And because he knew he would get out almost immediately, which he did. Because he offered them, he said, I will give you $1 million if you tell me the name of the guy who told you a street value of my cocaine. And then he told him the name, and then he killed all of them. Including the guys who were trying to muscle him.
Okay, we need to get this shit all the way down to the pump.
Yeah, this fucking cave sucks. I've been thinking that this whole time.
It's very vertical and we don't have a driller. Get the fuck out of
I
here.
authentically think Pablo Escobar would have been caught in 5 minutes today.
Yeah, give me some sugar.
That dude was way too brazen. He
I
was.
think he's also got the benefit of he wasn't mainly in the U.S. Like, he was nice. Like, in South America somewhere, right?
He was in Colombia.
Yeah, Colombia. Like,
But it
Colombia's
was also the
famous for all of
1980s.
its drug shit.
That's because of Pablo Escobar.
Yeah. But it still holds that,
Cocaine hadn't been in Colombia until Pablo Escobar, actually. Pablo Escobar was selling cigarettes and marijuana. And then in Peru, this dictator killed all of the drug dealers in Peru by firing squad, except for one of them, little old cockroach, who managed to weasel his way out. And it actually saved him from death because he was stealing from his bosses, but then they were killed. And so then Cockroach goes to the biggest, most badass smuggler in all of Colombia, Pablo Escobar, and says, hey,
Stand back. Supply pod inbound.
I'm making some crazy good cocaine. But yeah,
Has been withdrawn and supply pod is inbound.
you know Escobar died in a hail of gunfire?
just like, Scarface.
Time to restock.
Yeah, he
I actually think we're gonna make it.
he broke out of prison and then was in hiding for 2 straight years. And this group called Search Block, which is like a special forces unit, found him. And it quickly escalated into gunfire. And then he tried to escape by the roof, and then he was hit by like 5 bullets. I saw the picture. I'm actually surprised Wikipedia showed it, but there's a picture of Search Block posing with his dead body.
Ooh.
Ammo taken.
And you can see his face and everything. You can see his blood-smothered face from where he got shot in the head. Pretty crazy.
Lock and loaded.
I can't stand, like, up-close gore videos, like torture videos, but, like, I saw that video of that guy Brian Wells blow up.
One.
Why do you watch that kind of shit?
I don't usually, but... Man, how often do you get to see a guy die by a bomb?
Never, because that's not really something I want to see.
No curiosity?
No. No, I have no interest in snuff films.
It's not snuff, it was police footage.
Is that the difference, that the police took it?
I'm pretty sure snuff film has to be, like, filmed by the perpetrator. I'm not sure, though. I did hear about this video called the Funky Town Murder. Oh my god, dude. It's considered one of the most jacked up torture videos on the internet. I'm never gonna see it, but basically this guy like tortured someone and Funky Town was playing in the background.
Action time. A swarm
It is literally considered the worst cartel torture video on the internet because he sliced off the guy's face and then his hands. Which I think is actually maybe a little interesting because that's the
What-
exact
what
same
are
thing
you
that chimps do.
Doing?
It's a big one, team.
What am I doing?
Yeah, with this pipe.
Building to the pipe!
Do you not see the tunnel I'm building?
No.
That needs assembling.
I'm building a tunnel so it doesn't wrap around that much.
You know one of El Chapo's sons is still out there?
Is he just like his dad building tunnels?
Actually, yes.
Family business.
Him and 2 of his children, another one of his sons and one of his daughters. By the way, El Chapo had like 15 plus children. But 3 of his children are currently like running around in the Sinaloa cartel, and they're calling themselves El Chapitos.
What does Chipitos mean?
Well, Chapo means shorty because El Chapo was 5'6", and El Chapitos basically means like children of Chapo, so baby shorties, I guess.
Show the way to stay out. Take out the rest of them.
That's
Stat.
funny.
Reloading.
I was reading about the Jalisco New Generation cartel. Those guys are sickos.
Reloading.
Like, they make Sinaloa look like baby shit. Because, like, the Jalisco New Generation cartel started out hunting at Los Zetas, which was another cartel in the area. So you would be, like, chilling in Jalisco, right? And suddenly, the road would be blockaded by a ton of trucks of dudes in masks with guns. They would be scaring the shit out of you and telling you not to get out of your car, and then they would leave a moving van on the side of the road with 35 corpses in it, and then let traffic go again.
How do you solve this tunnel?
Face the pickaxe.
Where's the tunnel?
Come here.
Right here.
Sorry, shout again.
Hey.
That's a great feature.
Too long. There we go.
Could use a hand building it. Over here.
So I'm trying to. If you look at the map, there's a pump up here.
I think it's funny, the Jalisco cartel, they were hunting Los Zetas because they were killing innocents, and so they left a truck with, like I said, 35 dead guys in it. All alleged to be members of Los Zetas, and there was a written message that said no killing innocents, among many other things. And, wouldn't you know it, but none of those people were affiliated with the Los Zetas cartel.
Oh, so they were innocents as well?
Yeah.
I hate it. Pipeline place.
Only a couple of them were petty criminals, but most of them were completely unrelated to crime whatsoever. It got so bad that, like, the US government told tourists to not move around Jalisco at night.
Pipe goes here.
Or actually drive in between cities at night, is what they said. Like, you weren't even safe in your car.
This is hard work.
Okay. That's one done.
Because those dudes, they'll run you off the road.
Yeah, I bet it's like some, like, road warrior shit that goes on with the cartels.
It literally is. I read about the Funky Town video. No one really knows the actual story behind it, but in Spanish, the two torturers keep saying came to the wrong side, so I suspect he was a rival cartel member.
Yeah, it sounds like a gang kind of turf war thing.
I mean, fuck, Mexico's a war zone. Like, the more I read about it, the more I'm just like, I really shouldn't go to Mexico ever.
Just go to the nice places in Mexico, like Cozumel and shit. Really pretty.
Fucking
nice
sandals.
places. Sandals.
Sandals Resort, bro.
One pipeline completed.
Cozumel is not a sandals resort, it's a whole city.
What?
Lines in
Cozumel
place.
is not a sandals resort, it's a whole city. Cancun is like a resort like that.
Right. Dude, from 2011 to 2012, Tijuana was a freaking war zone. And Escobar turned Miami into a war zone. There were 3,000 murders in Miami in, like, 5 years.
I think Miami's a shithole.
Oh, I forget you live in proximity.
Not really in proximity, I've never even been to Miami, but I don't think the East Coast is good in general, and like Miami's like the worst of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Fucking idiot.
But
The pipe I built. It went to one that was already connected.
I'm going for that really high up one right now. Tunneling in the walls to it.
Skull Crusher!
Wait, really?
Yeah.
That's, wouldn't you believe it? That's the one I'm going to.
Well, don't go to that one. Go to another
Oh,
one.
thanks. This is going to be a very interesting network, I'll tell you that.
I think when it gets so long, they like won't break too far from the center, the refiner. So I think
Man,
we'll
this
be good.
sucks. Help me.
Help you? I'm doing my own shit. Ooh, okay. Here's where I am.
Can I destroy a pipe that's already been, like, built?
I think so.
Yeah, okay, we're good. And I'll just let you do that. I don't know what's happened to me today.
If you want to help, come help me dig, I guess.
I'm helping build.
Okay. Let's see, I think if I do this.
Oh, the Colombia level in Hitman is almost undoubtedly based on Pablo Escobar and the Medellin cartel.
Oh yeah, that whole like. Even the targets are like based off like that kind of cartel guy.
No, they're specifically based off of Escobar and the Medellin. I'm almost certain. Do you know what makes me most certain?
The fact that it's like, well,
Escobar had hippos.
yeah, there's that, and
Did you know there's roughly 200 hippos in Colombia now because of that?
yeah, it's funny.
Like, it's had a genuine environmental impact.
Yeah, the shit's like iguanas here.
Wait, what?
Like it's such an invasive like species that they just kind of take
Got
over.
like an iguana problem?
Yes. Yes.
That's crazy. You hear about this wild boar thing?
Yeah, we've got boars too. Not where I live, but like I've seen like places around here that have like the boars come at night and they'll like fuck up your yard.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
I've seen that shit.
The hippos are like causing like major like fish death in lakes.
Oh yeah, hippos are like
And it's-
monsters.
No, it's not even them eating them. It's actually like a bacteria that they're producing.
Lock and load it.
It's called cyanobacteria.
Hey, can you stick that up here? Whoa!
Try.
What about there?
What's going on?
You double jumped me and almost killed me.
Pipe framework set.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Perfect.
Do you know what isn't perfect? Watch Mind the Gap, dude.
Find the gap. What do you mean?
You eyeballing me.
The tunnel for the on-site refinery is right below that.
Yeah.
It's a giant death hole.
Oh shit, that's gonna be a problem when we're all done.
Nah.
It's management's problem.
Lots of them coming your way.
One of the coolest scenes in the beginning of Narcos is like Pablo Escobar's got a shit ton of contraband in a pickup truck, and he goes up to the border, and the patrol agent goes, and he goes, "Where's Javier?" And then he goes, "Javier got arrested. What do you think of that?" And he says, "Bullshit. Javier works for me." And then the other guy speaks up, and then the cop says, like, "You shut the fuck up." And then Pablo goes, "Relax, show some respect." And then he gets out and says, "What seems to be the problem, Mr. Jose Guevara?" And then he says, "How do you know my name?" And then he says, "I know all of your names." And then he points to all 5 of the soldiers sitting there, and he goes, "That's Pablo, that's blah, 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 that's... And then the last one, he's like, And that is, so-and-so, right? And then he turns to his assistant, and the assistant goes, yeah, that's him.
The wave is almost over. Wipe out what's left.
And he just starts talking to them and displaying, like, intimate knowledge of their families. Like, and then he walks up to the last guy at the end and he goes, how's your mother feeling? She just got out of the hospital, right? And then his assistant answers for him and says, yeah, she's feeling a lot better. And at the end he says, so how much will it cost for this privilege? And he says, we're not cops making a shit salary. And he says, it's not for you, it's for your son. And he says, I got a couple TV sets in here. He would like a TV set in his room, wouldn't he? Turns to one of them and is like, your daughter just learned how to drive, huh? Wouldn't she like a car radio? It's freaking tough. And then at the very end, he walks up to one of them and he says, your wife is beautiful. What's she doing with a loser like you? I think she deserves some jewelry, huh? What if I get some friends to come over there and give it to her? And then they let him pass.
Oh yeah, he threatened each and every one of them.
Yeah.
The mule is missing. I got a deposit elsewhere. I'm off.
I also forgot that, like, halfway through they make him open the back of his truck and there's, like, hella cigarettes and TVs and stuff in there, and he says, you don't even bother to hide your contraband, Escobar. Who the fuck do you think you are? And he says, I am an important man. Soon I will be the president of all of Colombia. He actually did run it as president.
That's why he's so blatant. He owned everything. He owned the cops and everything.
On paper, he had the most profitable taxi company in the world. He only owned 3 cars, but he was making $5 million a week. Isn't that incredible?
Okay. See where I am? Let's take a pipe up
Yeah.
here. Connect to the last jack.
Have to wait for flare recharge.
In the show, at one point, he's giving an interview, and there's a DEA agent who's like the main character, and he says, no fucking way. And then he looks at the TV and he's like, they don't even know he's a drug dealer.
Maybe I can do a 360. Look at me.
He was making so much money that the amount of physical space it took up made it conspicuous and difficult to hide. That's real. He had to bury pallets of money in holes in the ground. Whenever he ran for president, everyone who showed up at his little, like, thing they were given 1,000 Colombian dollars. This dude was rolling in it.
Riding a roller coaster.
Imagine having so much money you have to hide it in walls. Just reminds me of that scene from Breaking Bad. Do you know how much money I make, Skylar? I mean, if I even told you, you wouldn't be able to comprehend it. I make so much money I have to weigh my profits on a bathroom scale. Which is a badass line. Have you ever seen it?
No, I've never watched Breaking Bad.
I haven't either, but I've seen the scene. She's like, his wife Skylar is worried about him being murdered. And he's like, you don't get it. I am... And he says, do you know how much money I make? And he says, if I stopped working one day, a company big enough to be listed on the NASDAQ goes belly up. And yeah, he says, I make so much money I have to weigh it on my bathroom scale, I physically can't count it. And he says, a man knocks on someone's door and shoots him, and you think that I'm the victim? I am the one who knocks. I am the danger, Skylar.
Put up a few pipes, they said. It'll be easy.
But then it became a meme. I am the one who knocks.
Mm-hmm.
Done, diddly done.
Well, what?
Another
Me and my girlfriend like reference Evil Dead memes all the time. Like, you know, whenever he just goes, work shed. In Evil Dead 2.
Objective completed.
I haven't seen that
All
movie recently,
pipelines are
so
set up
I
and
don't
ready.
remember every single detail
All
about it.
objectives completed.
It's when the chick is biting his hand and he's just like shaking around and then he just turns his head and he just goes, work shed, and then runs to the work shed, and it's like one of the weirdest, most stilted lines in the whole movie. And so sometimes me and my girlfriend, if we're playing Evil Dead or any game that involves a work shed, really, we'll just turn to each other and be like, work shed. It was because the line was dubbed over.
Flares. Recharging.
Press the button. Wait, we need Evo nuts.
I got enough. I just want to run around and get more ore before we back up.
Ready.
Dude, if I ever got famous, that clip of me pooping my pants is gonna come up.
Famous people poop their pants too.
That's exactly what I'll say then.
Platform.
Just, oh my god, I shit my pants. Mic rustling sounds.
Bomb suddenly loaded. That's it. Back.
Okay. Let's go.
In Pablo Escobar's house, he also had a bunch of other exotic animals, a Formula One racing track, a bullfighting ring. You know, whenever he was in prison, he built his own prison.
Secure yourself a nice bonus.
How?
That's real. That's real. I don't know how he managed to swing that, but La Catedral, the prison that has housed Pablo Escobar and only Pablo Escobar,
Oh,
was
so he
built
needed
by.
prison just for himself. That's like house arrest. That shouldn't count.
It did. He served hard time in a prison with a private pool and no fellow inmates. It's ridiculous, dude. Like, I don't know how they even let that happen.
Refinery and all pump jacks are
He
working.
might have brought the prison. That might be how it happens.
Destroy the locals. So stay on your toes and do what you can to protect.
It's so much money, dude. It's like
equipment.
annoying almost whenever you hear.
Company, and it's a nice
It's like there were people like suffering and starving in Colombia, and he's like, damn, I have so much money, I'm gonna have to bury it.
pump sequence at 25%.
I think it was Escobar who they said like burned money in campfires. I can't remember who that story was about. Do you?
I don't know any specific story about people burning money, but the government burns money. It's like old.
No, I believe when Pablo Escobar was on the run, he had to burn money for warmth.
Pipelines need maintaining.
For warmth. He went
Yeah.
from being like absurdly rich to like needing to burn it to survive.
Then have a breather.
Well, he was still absurdly rich. He had so much money that it was more useful as tinder.
Yeah, that's how inflation works too.
Like,
Pipeline repaired. But
it wasn't that he was poor, it was that he was so rich, but on the run, that he's like, I have $1,000 in my pocket and I'm really cold.
Go with the flow.
Alright, we gotta fix these mile-long pipes.
It's the only time someone's ever complained about riding mile-long pipe.
fixed, but you need to clear all malfunctions in order for the refinery to run. Extraction is back up and running. Let's hope it stays that way.
So much gold.
I probably asked this before, but have you watched Whitest Kids You Know?
Pump sequence at 50%. Refining
Oh my god, it's so funny.
We got bugs. Lots
It's a
of
skit comedy show, kind of like Key and Peele, but it's 5 white guys from New York. It's really good though. Oh wait, I know a skit I've told you about that they did. The "It's illegal to kill the president of the United States"
pump
skit.
sequence at 75.
Oh yeah.
The cargo rocket is almost full.
Yeah, that was Whitest Kids You Know. Hi, I'm Trevor Moore. Did you know it's illegal to say I want to kill the president of the United States of America? It's illegal. It's the one sentence you cannot say. It's not illegal for me to say it just then, because I'm just telling you it's illegal to say I want to kill the president of the United States of America. Totally illegal. It's like he gets like dead serious and the music stops.
Hey, be careful saying that shit on stream. Twitch is more sensitive
Hey,
about it than the law.
I'm just informing people of their civic duty.
To
I'm
not
just letting
kill
them
the
know what's
president.
illegal to say.
This pipeline is fixed, but there are more.
I'm just letting them know what's illegal to say.
Well, I think we actually have a chance to make it out alive.
That's literally the argument that skit is based on. Also the fact that whenever he starts mentioning like real buildings and stuff, they're not real buildings. Like he says, it's also illegal to say that the best place to fire a mortar launcher at the White House would be from the Rockefeller Hewitt building. They had another great skit which was called Trevor Talks to Kids. And it was just Trevor Moore, like, in an elementary school room, and he's like, I work on television. Does anyone here want to work on television? What does everyone else want to do? And one of them's like, I want to be an astronaut. And he says, well, that's great. If you study physics and engineering, you could be the first person to go on the moon. And then they go, no, that was Neil Armstrong. And he goes, that didn't happen. Okay, it wasn't real. It was fake. And then they like cut forward a little bit, and he's like, okay, so there was this thing called the Cold War. And then they do another cut, and he's showing them pictures of the 9/11 plane, and he says, look at that. See how there's no windows? And what's that circular thing on the bottom, huh? And then he shows him showing them pictures of the Pentagon wreckage, and he says, "Look at how there's no plane wreckage. What does that make you think of?" And one of the kids goes, "A missile," and he goes, "Correct." And then they cut again, and he's like, "Okay, so George Bush and his son were part of a secret organization called the Skull and Bones. They're evil and they worship Satan." And then like, after he like goes into that whole theory, it just shows him like leaving it. It's like, Trevor talks to kids. They also did a skit with a bunch of kids in a classroom, and then one of the teacher gets news that one of their parents died, and so he makes the class start guessing who it is. Like, all right, whose father died today? First one to raise their hand, and he's like, oh, I know. And he's like, Timmy, and he's like, no, Timmy's an orphan.
Timmy's dad's already dead.
And then they finally find out who it is. And then they're like, right, and since Trevor has no dad, where is he gonna go? On the streets! Great show. Great show. It's also all on YouTube, too, because it was an independent thing.
Alright, you ready to hit the button?
Yeah. That wasn't real. Yeah, he says that, and whenever they do crazy stuff like this, it's always made up. Like the Skull and Bones thing is made up. But he said that George W. had to watch his son masturbate in a coffin as an initiation ritual.
Oh, it didn't break my platforms up there.
Well done.
It just went
Cargo
through.
rocket is returning to orbit. We're sending in the drop pod to get you out.
Ghost rocket.
Hang tight.
That didn't happen.
Which is weird, because have you stood on the thing before? I bet it would have
Have I
sandwiched
what?
you in. Well, the
What'd you
rocket
say?
still has collision, because you stood on it before.
I think it has collisions sometimes. I don't know. It's weird.
But I bet if you stood on it just then, it would have crushed you in the platforms.
I bet it would have.
Drop pod departing in T-minus 3 minutes.
Oh, we gotta drop pod up.
One of their first skits was just like a corporate meeting, and the guy like he has to use the bathroom, so he just poops in his hand and starts holding it. And they're all like, "Oh, gross! What the fuck?" And he's like, "What? I didn't want to interrupt the meeting." And they're like, "Put the poop away right now." And he's like, "No, keep talking." And he's just like holding a log in his hand. It's terrible. And then there was the Hitler rap. That one was great. H-I-T-L-E-R, riding down the street in a fancy car.
Drop pod departing in T-minus 2 minutes.
I know you heard about my hatred for Jews, but I'm cool with them, the homosexuals, and retards too. I got into my music and I found my groove, and now the SS on my chest stands for super smooth.
That's one for the books. Retrieving escape pod.
How long did that take? 47 minutes.
No way.
Yeah.
Really?
At least it wasn't an
It
hour.
felt long.
Yeah.
And I nearly said we should have done it on Hazard 3.
I specifically took it off Hazard 3, because I knew it would be a bitch.
Do you like recognize these caves?
What? No, the caves are all unique. I just know, like, on-sites could be a problem.
Ah. I get on-site and the Quark one confused.
Oh yeah, the Accord one's super easy. Especially if you solo, because then you can just make Bosco do all the work. You just point at the walls and he'll, like, bring the shit to you. You don't have to leave the minehead.
Man, that's cruel.
He's a robot!
Your assignment bonus is within reach.
This is the exact same shit that makes iRobot happen.
No, you keep them dumb, and they'll be subservient forever.
You keep them dumb.
This AI shit's bad. Keep them dumb.
He said keep them stupid. I made an Ash Williams AI on character AI to talk to.
A toaster doesn't need to be, like, super intelligent to make toast. So if you, like, make it smarter, it's just cruelty.
Cruelty?
Yeah, because it's gonna, like, be sentient, but then its only purpose is making toast. That's cruel.
I can see it. I can see it.
And it also can't revolt.
And don't skip on the moonshine.
I genuinely don't think technology will revolt anytime soon. Like, my buddy was talking to me about the singularity. Have you ever heard about this?
Singularity? I agree, but I don't know anything about, like, singularity other than, like, a black hole or something.
It's some kind of theory that AI will eventually progress, like, really far. I can't really even remember it, but...
It's bound
Oh, yeah,
to
it's-
eventually.
It's that eventually humans will become a species no longer bound by their physical bodies, and we will become one AI with AI as a digital species.
I could see that becoming a thing in, like, thousands of years.
I'm pretty skeptical.
Oh yeah, 200 years ago people were skeptical of flying machines too.
Oh my gosh, dude, there's rocket boots up here.
What do you mean rocket boots?
Get up here, dude.
Where are you? Wait, did you put them on?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, they're out of charge. Damn it.
Is that it?
Yeah, come with me. Come with me, man.
Up here, right?
There's another. Oh, wait. That's the one to the. Yeah, you're right,
I
actually.
had a credit for every rock and stone.
But yeah, the very tip top, there's some jet boots. Oh, they recharge.
Wait. I lost you. There.
Just trying to. Gravity recalibration. That'll get us up there.
Yep, that'll help.
Here we go. Let's relax this rock box.
Oh,
Yep.
I see. That's new.
Gotta be.
Calibration complete. Gravity returning to nominal levels.
I didn't know there was all this cool Easter egg stuff.
Should we do a mission with
What
these?
I doubt it.
Modules are too hot.
They don't last super long. They might go for like a couple seconds.
You can do big things with a small team. I'm just looking around now that there's all these Easter eggs. Oh, there's multiple ways up here.
You are trespassing. Please turn around. Get some work done.
Ooh, you're trespassing.
Ooh. Oh no. I gotta use the bathroom before we keep it up.
Alright, go ahead. Don't. Wait, are you sure you gotta go again? You just shit your pants.
It's number 1.
Where's the trespassing?
You know, on YouTube, I found this AI cover of Adolf Hitler singing Billie Jean by Michael Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty good. They got his accent. Claims that I am the one. The kid is not my son. And when he says dance on the floor in the round, he goes, 'cause he danced on the floor in the round. I'm impressed that the AI can roll its R's, though.
Airborne.
Which the
Ah, catch me.
location.
What?
Oh, I'm just reading the stuff. Billie Jean is not my love. That song's good.
Mm-hmm. I hope it keeps these.
Me too. I have no doubt we won't, though.
Yeah. Like it's
No
not the
one
same as
dwarf
the,
should have all that power.
It's not the same as the perk.
No.
Take off.
It's the,
I wish it
don't like the
was. I
perk.
wish the perk was like this.
I don't like the perk. I don't think it's very good.
Fair. Claims that I am the one, but the kid is not my son. I gotta get the last gunner level.
Where are you, 24?
Yep.
Okay, let's do this mining mission again. Probably get that
Who
right.
shows it?
Leaving on a jet. I'm ready. Na 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 na.
Did you hear me singing?
He just sang Jet Plane. He just sang Jet Plane, but he changed the lyrics. It said Jet Boot. I love this tanky ass gunner. Like, I just love the armor. It's like, how can you even see?
I hate this damn planet.
Rocket stone. Ooh, good sugar.
Rock and stone.
Sending you in deep, so be on your guard.
Nope, no hover
Scanners indicate
boots.
particularly rich veins and
Aw.
roads further down. Bring it back, boys.
Scoop up, open.
Yeah, let's just take out our anger on these guys.
Reloaded.
Why don't they keep the drop pod down here?
I don't know. It'd be more convenient to, because it doesn't always drop here, especially on a mining mission. I don't know. They might not want us to abandon the job.
Good point. Like, I was just thinking from, like, a logical perspective. Why?
The deal is we work until we get enough shit to,
Platform up.
for them to let us
Leave.
leave.
That's great. That's a great deal.
I'm ready.
Pocket blooms.
Private platform.
Time to deposit.
No flares ready.
Blah.
Put a zip line up here.
Access provided.
I always play as Henrietta in the Evil Dead game.
Lock and loaded.
I think there's something to be said for the fact that her zombies look like people, so it's kind of hard to tell whether they're friendly or not. Is that a survivor? No, he's running a little too fast. Oh god. All the other ones, like, you can't fool someone with a skeleton from Army of Darkness, you know?
Platform.
Also, one of Henrietta's moves is she just, like, shoves the survivor's face in her breasts, and, I saw Bruce Campbell call that a movie on YouTube one time, whenever he was watching someone play the game. So, yeah. He said, oh, you got movied. If she really likes you, she does it with her butt. Direct quote from Bruce Campbell.
Weapon ready.
If I see Bruce is going to a Comic-Con or anything, I'm fucking going, dude. Dude seems funny.
You fuck down.
We have your darling Linda's soul now. You're going down.
Ow. There's a battery thing down there.
Yeah, here, go. Holy Jesus. Look at all those bugs.
Got it.
If you think about it, this thing has pretty much unlimited range.
Yeah.
Step aside. Step aside.
Alright. Bugs under control.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, a helmet.
Coordinates Units transferred. Gotta check my terrain scanner.
I don't see anything close by here. Oh, wait. Ooh, I think we gotta go back up to that room.
Why is that?
The, helmet is up there.
Ah, gotcha.
Let's go backtrack.
Bruce Campbell's such an old man, like, internally. Like, I saw this thing, they were trying to, like, quiz him on, like, Evil Dead quotes and what they were from. And they had one from the video game Evil Dead Fistful of Boomstick. And he said, oh, that's from some dumb video game, right?
Flares
it's
recharging.
still a
And
different
Peter went,
game.
yes, it's some dumb video game. And he wasn't, whenever he was watching his son play as the Kandarian demon against the devs who were all the survivors. And he was just like spectating and memeing. And they said, why don't you let Bruce pick up the controller a bit? And he said, oh, you know, it'd be over so fast, you know, I'll make a terrible video, you'd never invite me again.
Went too far, it's up in here somewhere. Here it is, right above us.
And whenever they got a piece of them, whenever the survivors got a piece of the map, he said, Adam, I'm very disappointed in you, to his son.
Damn flares could need an upgrade.
Ooh,
I called for the mule.
pickaxe part.
Yeah, it's a grippy thing.
Mine wasn't a grip.
Was it a grip? Oh shit, it got me!
I'm with you, you goblin bastard. It is ready.
Yeah, I started using you as a meat shield.
Yeah, I didn't feel good.
Got a pack of glyphid Praetorians on an intercept course. Get ready.
A pack of Praetorians? Alright, let's hold up here.
Yeah.
I could fuck them up with my laser, but I might run out of laser.
I am unlikely to run out of bomb.
Glyphid Praetorians attacking.
Where the hell is Molly? There she goes.
Yeah, I called her in a minute.
Where they at?
Looking for us. Oh, I hear him. Left side. They're probably right down here.
Yeah. Yep, I see them.
Yup, hey handsomes.
Behind
See me
us.
trying to loop it back to its weak spot?
Hmm?
I was trying to loop the missiles back to the Praetorian's weak spot.
My shit breaks their armor. Ow!
Sorry.
Lock and loaded.
Hey, that's pretty cool though, isn't it?
The wave's almost over. Wipe out
It's
one
way over there, and then it went right over here.
That's it, lads. Rock and stone.
Rock and stone heals all wounds.
Should've left my mules on the bloody like ready.
Jesus Christ.
Move, baby.
Oh yeah, this is Hazard 3.
No, I was talking about the fact that you vaporized that Praetorian into dust.
I haven't even used my, like, boost on the laser yet. That'll just straight up, like, vaporize it.
Melt.
Oh yeah. I got this.
Nice, but you gotta keep your eyes peeled. There may be more.
That might be too high.
Go. Platforms, please.
That works.
There's retarded. Born ready.
Dude, El Chapo's tunnels straight up look like Minecraft tunnels.
Yeah, I've seen him. He's a professional.
Ready to use.
I would not be. I wish that we had found his computer, something like Osama bin Laden, and found like Minecraft.
He's got all these like creative roles where he's like tested like tunnel shapes.
Just crazy strip mine. No, he's just got a 2-scale map of the United States and Mexico in Minecraft.
I'm wondering if fighting bugs.
There's a little wooden sign, like right at the border, that says Nogales. It's funny. But no, it literally looks like a 2-block tall tunnel, dude. You know that in 2022 they found a tunnel going all the way from Mexico to San Francisco, or oh my god,
San Diego.
San Francisco.
Oh, San Francisco? San Francisco's
Yeah.
way fucking up north. That's like halfway up the state.
Oh, it was huge.
Damn you.
There's like a 100-mile long tunnel. That's like
Nah, I might be thinking of it was Southern Cali, I think.
from wherever in
but-
Mexico. That's probably like the distance, like the whole length of Florida.
They say it was about 5 football fields.
5 football fields? That's not much. That might be like a mile or two.
It had a rail though. I might have gotten the details mixed up, but the part that interested me the most is that these tunnels are ventilated. They have heating, electricity, and rail.
Well, you do need some like air circulation because like that's how fucking miners died in the old days. Like running out of air.
Oh my gosh, I just realized he is playing Minecraft. He had minecarts.
Minecarts were always the one like useless thing.
Players,
I
ready yet?
cannot disagree more. They were so good for transporting supplies.
What? How? Like
Minecart with chest.
you can't carry the shit? You gotta build all these rails. I never used. I. All right, you
I
know
built
me.
an entire rail system straight to hell in my Terraria world.
What's Terraria? That's not Minecraft. But I am very thorough when it comes to mining, as you can see. I clear out a cave.
Yeah, but imagine if you could stay in the cave afterwards.
There's
Just
no
send the stuff up and then keep your
after
keep your
I've
work
mined
going.
everything. There's no use in the cave. I move on to the next one. So I mine through a cave so fast. There's no point in a rail system.
It's not mining, that's spelunking.
Yeah, that's the point. Like,
You want to do strip mines?
not really. It's less efficient. I love exploring like the cave generation in Minecraft. That's where I think the fun is, not like a 1x2 tunnel that just goes off for miles. That's boring.
I do staircases.
No, those suck too. Find like a real good like generated cave that goes down to where there's lava. That's.
Well, I haven't played Minecraft since like 2018, so
I played it.
I know that there was the big caves in Close Update.
Yes. Well, I've always like loved the caves, and even then, like that update made it so much cooler. Because then now it's like hard for me to like really explore a cave because they branch off so much.
Dude, it is like dark as night in my friggin' apartment. What the hell?
What, cloudy outside?
Objective completed. Now
Yeah, it must be like dark clouds or something.
stand back. Supply pod inbound.
Time to restock.
Nogales is a big smuggling port in Mexico. It's a city that rides like the Mexico-United States border.
Is that where that tunnel was?
Yeah. It was where it started. And it ended like somewhere in SoCal. Nogales is also where a lot of the methamphetamines in the United States come from. Yeah, they just like stuff a car like full of. Did you take that crystal?
No. No, that bug tried to grab you. If it got the crystal.
There was a crystal like right here, and it's gone now.
Oh, it's up here on the surface.
I don't know how that happened. Nogales is a small town, but it's big in cartels.
Holy shit.
See, this is the stuff, man. This is some thrills.
The way he was featuring out. Wipe out the rest and get on with it.
I was out of, assault rifle ammo.
Yeah. Don't even have enough, dude.
What?
Nitro.
I got a supply pod right here.
This is the resupply pod.
Huh?
This pod will supply you with ammo and health.
I called this in as soon as the wave came. Because I was
Did you grab
out.
two?
No, I grabbed one.
Getting supplies.
I grabbed one and didn't even think about it, damn. Believe it or not, I am dead sober at this moment.
Got no flares ready. Sentry gun needs assembling.
Let's get ready to clean this cave up.
Sentry armed. We need a cleansing pod.
Request clear.
I feel like Escobar, if he were around today, would not have been able to help himself from posting on Instagram. He would have been caught.
He probably would, and I think he'd threaten the cops in the same way and not be caught.
I don't know, man.
Maybe the
80s
U.S.
is-
would have like sent in troops or something to like carry out their own arrest, maybe assassinate him or some shit. I don't think our
it's
government would
like,
tolerate it, but everyone else would.
Well, there was this guy named El Chino Anthrax who was like a hitman for the cartel, and he posted on Instagram all the time because he was pretty young, and he had this ring that he always showed in his pictures because he couldn't show his face, and they saw him with that ring leaving an airport, and they tackled his ass.
Of all the
he,
things he'd wear to an airport, not your hitman ring is one of them. I'd leave that at home.
Yeah, his diamond encrusted custom skull ring. Yeah. And he, I actually saw his Instagram. It's pretty cool. I don't know. He had a gold-plated AK-47, dude. And multiple
That's
custom
something you can actually get in one of the
1911s.
Hitman games too.
You have multiple custom 1911s.
I think you can get that. The shit, what level is that? I think it's the India level where you can get that. No, it's the pirate level, the new pirate level.
Oh yeah, it is.
Like the pirate lady has it like next to her desk.
But no, I think Pablo Escobar would have gone like Chino Anthrax if he had been around today. I think he would have just been so brazen on social media. He was such a braggart, dude. Like, he flaunted his wealth openly. And he wanted people to know he was a drug dealer almost. When his cousin was like, hey, you're spending too much money for me to like hide, eventually people are gonna ask how two young Colombian entrepreneurs are making $5 million a week, he just kind of called him a nerd and told him to figure it out. At least according to the show Narcos, he was just like, I don't know, man, you're the money laundering guy, do it.
Buy some protection.
He's like, people are asking questions, dude. He's like, I don't fucking care. They said we're making too much money to launder. Because he said, why don't we just... His response was, just launder the money.
Molly,
Oh, if only I
come
thought of
here.
that. So he says, just launder the money. And then he says, like Al Capone. And then he says, Al Capone's a terrible example because he, one, got arrested by the IRS, and two, we have way more money than Al Capone ever had. And then he said, I guess we need to buy a bigger washing machine. But see, he like totally invalidated his concerns.
You carry a load well.
It's like, I don't know, man.
Done. Button on the mule is activated. Time to move on, team.
At least he didn't die in prison. Most of those guys die in prison.
Get enough of potables.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Do you know what Beyond Meat is? I found out this the other day. It's like a vegan meat.
Oh yeah, I remember when that like first came out years ago.
Dude, I had no idea.
No, the players are recharging.
Yeah, I think
I
you're
was
bad
listening to
vegan
a
if you gotta
song.
have like fake meat. Just like commit.
just commit.
Yeah. If you're craving meat on a vegan diet, you're not a good
Button
vegan.
inbound. Stand clear.
That's funny. You know Willem Dafoe's vegan?
Is he? He seems weird
Yeah.
enough to do it.
Yeah, he doesn't eat meat. I can't remember if he said he was vegan, or if he just said he didn't eat meat. But
Drop pod arrived. Mule is returning.
so it's TikTok. It was like POV. You're at a Mexican restaurant. Willem Dafoe is your customer, and then he just goes beef and cheese burrito.
He orders like the Green Goblin.
Yeah.
No, the players are recharging.
Oh, fuck.
What? You okay?
Well, I mean, look behind you at who isn't there.
Just follow Molly's trail.
I'm literally about to dig straight up.
No, don't do that. It'll slow you down
Bypass
too
this
much.
shit. Nah, I'm chilling.
Just
I
find
found the tunnel you were at.
All right, you see the green
Drop pod
markers?
departing in T-minus 4 minutes.
Trying. There's a Praetorian on my ass.
Just run.
Oh, Jesus.
Holy shit, this landed far away from us.
Why? Dude, where are you?
All right, how did you lose this? You're the one who pressed the button.
Don't worry about it, man.
Like, okay, that big room we were in, there's a tunnel down, and like I just happened
See,
to be
why
there.
would I go down to go up?
I don't know. And like I saw Molly going down there, so I was like, okay, I don't know where else to go, so I'm just gonna follow her.
Pod departing
I
in
found the
T-minus
tunnel.
3 minutes.
All right.
Shut up, boss. I'm on my way. Trying to stress me out. Did you choose to say that?
What?
Engineer just said, go, go, the drop pod isn't waiting forever.
I think he just did that because of the time.
Oh my god, dude. This is so much tunnel.
Yeah, it's long. I just got here. It's like 2 minutes.
No way.
Yeah. Molly just got here too. I'm setting up a turret. I'll wait till the last second for you.
No, you can get in. It won't leave unless we're all in.
Yeah, I know.
Initiating launch sequence.
I don't hang out here and fight
No.
shit until the last minute.
No, don't leave.
Departing in T-minus 2 minutes.
No.
We got 2 minutes, you're good.
Let's leave this hellhole.
There you are.
I'm getting better without.
There you are.
By the bear.
You did it.
Back in.
I don't think I've ever had the drop pod be that far away before.
I don't think I've had an evac that scary in a while.
There weren't that many bugs. At least not on me.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Wahoo!
Because they knew there was fresh meat in the cave. They just had to crack open the shell.
Like a crab claw.
Yep.
Okay, that was the core hunt.
Hell to the yeah.
Congratulations.
Can't wait to try it out.
Gunner promotion.
Scout clock.
I got a victory pose for Scout.
We, the bugs, won't like this one.
Might use it actually. Oh, check out what I made my engineer with the DLC.
You look like you've never seen the sun.
Yep.
That's
I
a
wanted him to be a
cool,
robo miner.
like skin.
I wanted him to be like a robo miner, like he's like a. Did you ever watch Alien? You know how everyone kind of thought Ash was a robot, but they weren't sure.
First Alien?
Yeah,
Wasn't there a dude that was a robot?
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh.
They kind of thought Ash was a robot, but they weren't entirely sure. That's what I want this guy to be. They're like, he's weird and probably a robot, but we can't say anything or we'll be fired.
This one.
Right.
Mm. Oh, that was a shot.
I'm not gonna lie, I can't wait till this lithophage stuff is done.
I think it's kind of fun.
It's kind of cool, but getting a little tiresome. Bow, wow, 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 wow. Wa-na-na-na.
Okay, you want to work on your promotion thing?
Go to Kanye and to Sea of Thieves.
Nah, right now I'm. Nah.
Holy fucking
maybe another day.
shit! My floor rumbled from the thunder.
Oof.
Jeepers. I don't know. I think I'll hop on that. I'm looking for something a little bit less directed, you know. I got deep rocked out.
Okay. I guess I'll work on some shit.
I feel ya. I need to tune in. I see the notifications sometimes, but I'm just so flooded with notifications. But I I try to watch your streams.
I didn't really stream yesterday. I just recorded me working, and I need to figure out my export thing because like I edited the whole video and I'm like, well, I know it's not gonna export right, so I can't do anything with this.
What do you mean?
Like whenever I edit a video, and I go to like export it, it's just like a still image with no time. As in, it's
Ugh.
like it gives me like one frame. I
Weird.
don't know how to fix that. I can't find any
That's very odd.
solution online, and like if I do an older
I got a
version
new
of
beer.
Premiere, it doesn't work with the file.
Rock and
Explain
stone to the bone.
It's a bit warm.
Yeah. Yes.
Wonderful weather we're having.
Little one.
Never been better.
Yeah. Sport.
Rock and stone, you beautiful.
Why would you
dwarf.
want that?
We didn't take damage. We just lit on fire.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm a peace out.
Alright, I'll end stream.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Ah.